Hello and welcome to GHTV. Here's a look at some of the top headlines of this week. I'm Ariel Deutschmann.
And I'm Nathan Shubert. A team of scientists have found rocks that may hold the oldest signs of life on Earth. They are found near Hudson's Bay in northern Quebec. The rocks are dated about 3.8 billion years old. They have tube-like structures that are made out of a type of iron oxide. The scientists say that they hope this discovery could help find life on other planets.
North Korea has fired 4 medium-range missiles into the ocean. Defense officials in Washington confirmed that one of the missiles failed to launch on Monday. Pentagon spokesperson Captain Jeff Davis says that the launch matches North Korea's history of provocative behavior. The Koreans say they were participating to hit U.S. bases in Japan. The U.S. has set up their THAAD missile defense system in South Korea to respond to the threat.
Smoking weed in Israel will no longer land you in jail, but you can still end up with a hefty fine. Marijuana use in public can cost first-time offenders up to $250. The Israeli government says that this money will be used for drug rehabilitation and education. This is a big move for the country that has been leading the world in medical marijuana research. Political party members say that this is an important step, but not the end of the road.
110 people have died of hunger in just 2 days in a single part of Somalia. The region has been hit with a drought that's had major effects on its population. Almost 3 million people in Somalia don't have a reliable food supply, and there's fear that a famine will follow this drought. The last famine in Somalia was from 2010 to 2012, and almost 260,000 people died then.
Citizens of Europe still can't breathe easy about Volkswagen crisis. In 2015, Volkswagen confessed to cheating emissions testing with special software. A study done at MIT has found that around 1,200 Europeans will suffer premature deaths directly because of excess emissions. It is estimated that these Europeans will lose up to a decade of their lifespan. The study says that almost half of the affected people will be in Germany, Volkswagen's home country.
Over 500 liters of diesel fuel has spilled at a BC fish farm. The spill is within a First Nation territory who are very concerned about its effects. At its worst, the spill was 5.5 kilometers wide, but it's shrunk since then. The spill was caused by a worker error at the Cermak salmon farm. The nearby First Nation says they're concerned about how the spill will affect the environment they depend on.
Facial recognition technology will be introduced to Canadian airports this spring. This will mostly include self-serve kiosks for those entering and leaving the country. The Canadian Border Service Agency pitched the idea as a way of modernizing clearance procedures. The agency also says this will improve border security and make lineups move faster. The first airport to receive this project will be the Ottawa International Airport.
A teacher from a private school in Mississauga has been charged with sexual assault. The incident was revealed on March 4th. A statement from the school's website says the teacher has been suspended, and the school is cooperating with the Peel Regional Police. The assault did not occur during school hours or on school property. Now here's Brandon Vieira with your entertainment update.
Hey Ariel, Emma Watson has been in the headlines this week, and very little of it has to do with the movie. Watson, who identifies as a feminist, was raked over the coals for showing part of her bare breasts on the cover of Vanity Fair. Self-proclaimed feminists called Watson a disgrace to women who are trying to be more than sexualized objects. Watson responded in an interview and said feminism is about giving women choice. Feminism is not a stick with which to beat other women. It's about freedom. It's about liberation. It's about equality. I really don't know what my breasts have to do with it. It's very confusing. However, her critics dug up some dirt Watson had and started calling her a hypocrite for comments she made in 2014 about Beyoncé and the artwork in her self-titled album. Critics claimed Watson attacked Beyoncé's use of sexuality in front of what she described as a male voyeuristic camera. Once again, Watson fought back and tweeted out the image of the interview, proving she did not insult Beyoncé in any way, and in fact actually said Beyoncé's sexuality was empowering. These critics seem to be playing into Watson's hands as they're just giving her the promotion she needs for her new film, Beauty and the Beast, which will be released on March 16th. Ed Sheeran, who just released his third album, Divide, shared some interesting news in an interview with the Rolling Stone. He admitted that he has hooked up with a few members of Taylor Swift's squad. Sheeran has been friends with Swift since 2012 and was even the opening act of her Red Tour. When she asked for more details, Sheeran said, "I was this 22-year-old awkward British kid going on tour with the biggest artist in America, who has all these famous mates. It was very easy. I would often find myself in situations just kind of waking up and looking over and being like, how did that happen? Now the real question is, which squad member is he referring to? Popular opinion believes he is talking about Ellie Goulding and Selena Gomez, who he has been previously rumored to date. Or it could be one of the many Victoria's Secret models Swift is friends with. Whoever it is, I think everyone can agree that Sheeran is one lucky guy. I'm Brandon Vieira, and this has been your entertainment update. Now here's Anna Akoto and Francesco with the look of sports.
Thank you, Brandon. The Humbers men's soccer team is going to the provincial championships. The Hawks played on March 7th and won all 3 matches to qualify. They are going in as the #1 seed. The provincial championship will take place in Ancaster on March 23rd to the 25th. In Blue Jays news, there is a possibility that Brett Lawrie could be a Blue Jay again. According to Jim Bowden of ESPN, the Jays are among several teams interested in the second baseman. This may not come as a shock to some, considering the Jays don't have Devin Travis and don't know when he'll be ready to play. But we do have second base replacements such as Ryan Goins and Darwin Barney. If the Jays were to sign Lawrie, it'll be interesting to see what position he plays. Lawrie was released by the Chicago White Sox last week. There were no goals scored in Toronto FC's season opener. TFC played against the Real Salt Lake on Saturday in Utah and drew 0-0. TFC had 3 shots on goal, which included a penalty in the 31st, but nothing did the trick. The next game is on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. against the Philadelphia Union.
Keeping with soccer, another round of Champions League matches has passed, and today I'll be breaking down the biggest match of the day. The game was between Bayern Munich and Arsenal. After the first leg that was played last week, Arsenal found themselves down 5-1 and would need nothing short of a miracle to turn it around. The match started promising as Arsenal took a 1-0 lead over the German Giants, but their luck soon ran out as the centre-back Lauren Koscielny got himself sent off. Things went from bad to worse as Bayern Munich scored 5 goals, thus ending Arsenal's hopes of making it to the quarterfinals. This loss marks the 7th year in a row where Arsenal have failed to make it past the round of 16, and reports are starting to build with regards to the future of their manager Arsene Wenger and star forward Alexis Sanchez. Moving on to hockey, the Toronto Maple Leafs played in game number 65 out of 82 as they faced the Detroit Red Wings. The Leafs got off to a great start, scoring 3 goals with former Detroit Red Wing Alexei Marchenko getting his first goal as a Leaf. But in typical fashion, the Leafs let their lead slip as the Red Wings got 2 goals back, but that's all that the Red Wings could get as the Leafs held off with a 3-2 win. The win leaves the Leafs with 72 points, 1 point behind the New York Islanders, who hold the second wildcard spot. I'm Francesco Lo Presti.
And I'm Anna Akoto, and this has been your sports update. Back to you, Nathan and Ariel.
Thanks, Francesco and Anna. Now here's Alex Handziuk with his take on news and other stuff.
Thanks, Ariel. Did you know that Emerge is coming up? It's quite exciting, but like every group project, there are some struggles. Well, imagine any group project you've ever been in. Now add 200 people, and you don't get to pick your members. Scary, I know. Basically, there's reason to believe these groups of students are extremely stressed. On Tuesday night, a carton of wine was spotted by Goohoo writer Megan Hutchinson in a bathroom stall. First concern, why not a bottle of wine? Taking swigs from a carton between meeting points just doesn't have the same giving up hope feeling to it. Were you drinking alone? Or did you and a couple of other stressed out members cram yourself into a stall and quietly drown your woes together? And why are you hoarding perfectly good wine? We're all suffering here. Share. But we wish you good luck, dear suffering students. I do hope you try to find a nice location for your whining. Keeping with the topic of food and drink, Nintendo has launched its newest console, the Nintendo Switch. It benefits a rather strange feature that has the console in the headline the past few days: the abhorrent taste of the game cartridges. That's right, many gamers have taken to tasting their Nintendo Switch games after learning about a protective film being put on the console to keep small children from swallowing the games. Thankfully, our wonderful sponsors have gotten us our very own Nintendo Switch console, with the best reviewed game of all time, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So now we can give our full, comprehensive review. Oh! No, that's not good. It's like, it just sticks with you and it's not going away. 0 out of 10. Don't buy this console. Don't buy this game. It's trash. Now back to you, Ariel and Nathan.
Thanks, Alex. 2 Toronto police officers were not expecting to assist a woman who was expecting. A taxi showed up outside Constable Colin McLaughlin's police station early Saturday morning, and the woman was in labor in the back of a cab. Within 3 minutes, McLaughlin and another officer helped deliver the baby. Police said that in the day that the baby and the mother are doing well. That's it for GHTV this week. I'm Nathan Shubert.
And I'm Ariel Deutschmann. See you next week.